Today it's extremely foggy. Visibility is maybe about 200 feet, 150 feet, and you can see various boats barely around us. When we're in fog and actually navigating, we use our radar, and quite clearly radar shows the boats that are all around us, as well as some of the landmass that's above sea level. Right now it must be high tide because we're only seeing this part of the land. We're not seeing the stuff that would be exposed at low tide. Now, as far as moving targets, this is a moving target. You can see the blue streak on it, and it's blue and headed away from us, and we can look up its speed with the AIS, etc. But if it's red and heading towards us, we know we have something that's in danger, so we look out for it. When we're anchoring, we use anchor alarm on our GPS when we're able to set the radius of it. We have it set to 50 meters at this point. So as the boat swings around the anchor, if it leaves this green line area, an alarm will go off pretty loud. We also use a app on a phone that does the same basic thing. So we have two systems to alert us if we have a problem with the anchor that we don't detect by ourselves. We're in thick fog again by Ilha de Almas, and we're headed to Ilha de something Agudo, Monte Agudo, and we're using our radar because visibility is about 50 feet at the moment. And I don't know if we can see this, but you can see a contact under motor coming this way, and there's another one up here going that way. Nothing directly in front of us, and we have our guard zone turned on, so an alarm will go off if anything enters that zone. As safe as we can get. Okay, so we're still in heavy, dense fog. Visibility maybe a couple hundred feet. Depends on where you look. Up there it looks really bad. Over here is a little better. Radar, calm sea conditions like this can pick up anything that's bigger than like a trunk, like a summer camp trunk. It'll show up on the radar. Fishing traps, octopus, crab, and lobster are a different story. So that's really all we have to look out for right now. We've pretty much got the bigger stuff covered. And we're entering a commercial shipping channel up ahead, so like fun. Fog just cleared somewhat, and this is the Ilha de Monte Agudo. We're going to anchor on the south side of it tonight.
That ferry is on a collision course with the dinghy. I think we're going to miss. When we got ashore, Chip went over to some men that he thought were the people off the dinghy, and he asked them where they were from. Anyway, they turned out not to be off the dinghy, and they were just holiday makers, and they replied rather huffily, "We are from Spain, of course." Embarrassing. This was a very pretty island, and in many ways it reminded me of parts of Scotland. There was an inland lake, and the far side was directly onto the Atlantic Ocean. There was no one swimming in this inshore lake, and we wondered why. Looks like a sea bass. Oh, there's loads of them. Lots of fish. I think they must be 5 foot.
Yeah. Big old eel.
It was fun exploring this island, but it was very busy with tourists, so we returned to the boat. And it's another very early morning start as we prepare to make our journey to Portugal. And it's a foggy morning. So once again, we will be relying on radar to get us there. 7 o'clock in the morning now. Okay. All clear. Even though it's getting a bit lighter now, it's still, visibility is only about 50 yards, I think. 60 yards, if that, yeah. There they are. That's another one right ahead. We're in Portugal.
Into Portugal. Alright, going up.
We arrived in Porto in the early evening. We were guided to a berth by one of the staff, but there were very strong currents as the tide was receding. After a lot of physical pulling on our dock lines, we were eventually secured and we decided to go exploring. We had seen a bar with good reviews for its meat sandwich and we headed off to find it. The hill we climbed must have been the steepest road I have ever climbed in my life, and 3/4 of the way up this hill we saw a tiny bar. We didn't speak any Portuguese and they certainly didn't speak any English. We tried to signal to them that we wanted some food and they kept saying no, so we just decided to order a drink. A little while after, food started to arrive. There was olives, there was cheese, ham, bread, etc. Wonderful, we thought, and we stuffed our faces. And as we sat there, feeling really bloated, a huge mixed meat sandwich then arrived. Oh no. Anyway, we did manage to eat the whole lot. Filling and lovely.
de Coimbras Açores, tu és uma canção, país de maravilha, cheio de paixão. Portugal, onde a história e a beleza se encontram. Teus paisagens
She's
e
on what this
tradições
is.
nos encantam.
Wow. Some sort of, might be some sort of laundry. And then we've got all of these clothes hanging out. The lines, and it's just in the middle of nowhere. Maybe it's a laundrette. The Portuguese style.
Public bath.
Public bath. Wow. It is.
It says lavadora publico.
Okay. So it's where you do your laundry.
How bizarre, huh?
That is weird. So
She's all in pink. Come and pink, you come look at her. She's coming all in pink. She comes all in pink. Come and pink, you come look at her. She's coming all in pink.
quite amazing. I think this one's trying to turn around.
You will too.
Without the bow thruster. He's managing amazingly. There we go. Successful mission. We're watching these gondolas, not sure what they're called in Portuguese, going to this low bridge under here. So this guy's just waiting for this boat to go past, and then he's gonna go into this bridge. And there's very, very little clearance. It's quite scary. Look. My goodness. My goodness. Oh, it's about an inch of clearance. This is where they make the salt. Just evaporates and then they harvest it. They've made a pretty salt sculpture. Yeah.
Fish and cheese stuff. What's the outer wrapping made from?
So this is codfish with potato, eggs, onions, garlic. You can see all the ingredients over there, and then you get fried on olive oil.
Okay.
Ooh.
I think it's I know it's Porto. These are codfish stuffed with cheese, and they're handmade in the shop. Look pretty cool. Anyway, let's try it. Very good. Quite salty. Salted cod. The next day we returned to our boat and went to explore the capital city of Portugal, Porto.
Juntei as minhas economias, tirei o meu passaporte e hoje estou aqui a trabalhar. Quando atingir a meta, pro Brasil eu vou voltar. Portugal é o meu novo lar, estou vivendo essa aventura. Portugal é o meu novo lar, que lugar lindo de muita cultura. Portugal é o meu novo lar.
Vai chocar então. O quê? Tu me partes del corazón, a mi corazón, pero mi amor não hay problema.
Tirei o meu passaporte e hoje estou aqui a trabalhar. Quando atingir a meta, pro Brasil eu vou voltar. Portugal é o meu novo lar, estou vivendo essa aventura. Portugal é o meu novo lar, que lugar lindo de muita cultura. Portugal é o meu novo lar, estou vivendo essa aventura. Portugal é o meu novo lar, que lugar lindo de muita.
One cannot walk around Portugal without noticing the abundance of tile-fronted buildings. Tiles were introduced to Europe by the Moors, and the Portuguese adopted them when the King of Portugal in 1498 decided to bring in tiles to decorate his palace with. After that, architects started using it on all their buildings, and now much of Portugal is adorned in tiles. Blue and white are traditional colors for the tiles, but we did see a lot of other variations while we were there.
Bye-bye, Porto. Oh, the sun's coming up over Porto. We might have caught a fish.
Been through it all. Now it's time.
What we got there? Oh, there we got seaweed.
I think it's seaweed.
Yeah, I think that's what we got.
I don't miss you. shared, the moments we made, I'll carry them with me, they won't fade. I'll hold on to memories, but I'll be okay. We'll meet again someday, somewhere, somehow, some way. It's hard to let go, but this is not the end. Goodbye for now, my dear friend. Goodbye, my friend. I'll see you again.
Join us in our next episode where we explore Lisbon, the capital of Portugal.